Okay, so this is my granddaughter Cheyenne, and she's going to tell you what we're doing with Eileen, the one-legged rooster. Cheyenne, can you tell us what you're doing here? Now sit.
I'm using honey, turmeric, and coconut oil.
You're using honey, turmeric, and coconut oil. Now, what are you going to be doing with that?
I'm going to make paste for Eileen's leg.
Okay, so the honey, each one of those has antibiotic properties, right?
Yes.
Okay, and they are going to make a healing salve. They will keep his leg from becoming infected. And he's about a week into this amputation, I believe. And at about a week into the amputation, he seems to be having no problems. But what we're going to do is we'll be moving him outside to the poultry parlor tomorrow. We wanted to check under the bandage, make sure that he's healing up all right. Okay, so we're also going to be using Epsom salts. We'll soak his leg first in the Epsom salts, and then we'll put a poultice on him, put his little stub bandage on, and we'll see how he does. Now let's watch Cheyenne as she mixes up this poultice for his leg. Okay? Now what you want to do is get some honey, and you want to put about half of that in the bowl.
Half.
So here she's adding some honey. That's enough. Okay. And now she'll use about a half or a quarter teaspoon of the coconut oil. We don't need too much of it, just enough to kind of be soothing to the skin. Just reach in there and get a little on the tip of that spoon. That's pretty good, yeah. Okay. And then she's going to add some turmeric to it. Now the turmeric is actually making your paste, so she'll be using quite a bit of turmeric in there because she needs to make it into a paste. Go ahead and sprinkle it in there. Now you can stir it. She's just making a nice paste. And after we soak his leg in Epsom salts, then we'll put this paste on his little nub, and then we'll put on another bandage and let it go another week or so. And that's a good healing salve. Good for just about anything that ails you. I don't know that I'd be putting it on a human with an amputated leg, but if that's what I had, I'd sure be doing it. Okay, Cheyenne, what are you using now?
Epsom salt.
You're using Epsom salt? Why are you using Epsom salt?
Epsom salt is magnesium, and it helps muscles restrain.
It helps just heal strained muscles?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you're going to add about half a cup of magnesium or Epsom salts to about a gallon of water. She's pouring it in the measuring cup first. You can add more, just kind of dump it in there. It's not an accurate measure. Okay, that's about half a cup right there. So now she's going to add that to the warm water bath that we've got ready for him. And she'll just stir that until it's dissolved some. We'll go get Mr. Eileen and we'll soak him in his nice warm bath. So this is Eileen, and we're going to change the bandage on his amputated leg today. And tomorrow hopefully we'll be able to put him out in the poultry parlor with our other special needs critters. So we're just going to check the leg, and we'll put him in an Epsom salts bath and soak the leg, and then we're going to put a fresh bandage on it.
How long has that one been on there?
A week. So this was done in such a situation that it was quite an emergency. So when we taped him up, we actually taped right over feathers. Now there is, this looks really nasty, but mainly what you're seeing is feathers, and the medication that we put on it had a lot of blood stop in it, which was blue. Okay, but if you look further down, there's live flesh inside this, underneath the feathers. And that's what gives me hope that he's going to pull through. See, I can clip this off. So I know that a lot of you guys would have looked at it and said, oh my goodness, he's got gangrene in there. But he doesn't. There is no gangrene. There is life in this limb right here. So I'm going to do a little trimming on these feathers today, and so I can see the leg a little better. But I know the first thing you guys would have thought was he's got gangrene in that leg, and really he doesn't. Those are feathers. Okay, so I'll trim the feathers back a little bit. We'll get a good look at that leg. We're going to soak him down, get the coloration from the medications off of him, and we'll give you another look at it in a few minutes. We have his bandage removed now, and we're going to put him inside an Epsom salt bath. It's nice and warm, and we're just going to kind of hold him there in it and let him soak for 20 minutes. Cheyenne's going to be the bathtub holder here, so you want to put one hand kind of in front of him to keep him from going forward, and one hand just kind of over his back. Now don't make him feel like you're going to drown him. Get your hands in there and let him know that he's secure with you holding him, okay? Okay, just like that. Now you can lean over him and get comfortable because you're going to be there for a while. The underwater adventures of Eileen. He really isn't under the water. I mean, his head's not. It might look like it, but it's not. His head's above the water. But he's really enjoying his nice warm Epsom soak. That's doing his leg really good. Magnesium is absorbing into his skin, and that will help that the bone heal up, and it'll help those muscles not be so sore. He's been practicing standing on one leg for a while now, and I think he's very grateful he's got Cheyenne here to keep him from dropping his head in the water if he goes to sleep. Cheyenne, the chicken doctor. Okay, so what I'm doing now is I'm trimming the feathers that we did not trim the first time around. And what you're seeing here, this black color, is a combination of the honey, the coconut oil, turmeric, blood stop powder, and blood that was actually on his foot before, on his leg before. So it's turned a dark color. That is not gangrene. Now he actually has a piece of bone protruding right here, right there. I don't know if you can hear it click, but that's live bone, and the skin will eventually grow over that. I'm not worried about it. So if you look at the color of his skin, he's doing really well here. There's no infection in there. And so what we're going to do now is Cheyenne is putting the poultice that we've made out of turmeric, honey, and coconut oil. She's putting that on the bandage. Just get a good blob of it on there. Pick up some more and just drip it on there. She'll put it right in the middle of that bandage, and we will replace that bandage over the end of his stub. Just like that. Wrap it back over. And now we'll start wrapping the gauze around, the tape around this gauze. Keep it a little snug so it doesn't wrinkle on me. Okay. Hold still, buddy. Just going to wrap that around. Snug enough to hold it on his little stump. Okay, you can see there's not much of a stump left there. It was pretty close to his body. Just hold what you got and let me start pulling it. And as I pull it, you want to release your end. Okay, now move that feather out of my way. Okay, you can let go of that. Now this bandage is going to stay on him for probably, I don't know, another week or so before we check it again. Alright, so we have his bandage on. It's a little loose on the end, but that's okay. There's a lot of medicine in there. He's fine. He's had a nice Epsom salts bath. He's got his medication on there. We cleaned up the blood feathers on it. So he's going to go have a relaxing night inside the kennel and in our bedroom. And he'll see you guys. I think he's done.